Go for it.
Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. It's AzshurBlu here if you're new. And today is a video I've been waiting to film for a very long time. So, as many of you probably know, we are in college decision time of the year. And I have been watching so many college decision videos for probably the past year and a half. And I knew that this was one of those videos that I wanted to film and put out there because I enjoy watching these kinds of videos so much, which is so cliche to say. So, getting right on into the video, I'm gonna go through where I've been accepted to, if I was offered any merit-based scholarships. Oh, and then I will also include what major I was accepted into and any other information that I can think of putting in here if there's anything else that I think is important. This video won't be my stats, but if you want to know my GPA, my SAT scores, and all that stuff, then make sure to subscribe down below and turn on the post notification button because the next video that I upload in the next couple of days will be my stats. So especially if any of these schools are schools that you are interested in getting into and knowing, I know a lot of people just want to know what kind of stats others got, then make sure you stay tuned for that video. So this intro is already long enough, so let's get straight into the video. And the way I'm going to be doing this is I'm just going to go in order of what schools I got accepted into first. The very first school that I was accepted to was the University of South Florida. Okay, so this acceptance letter does not say what major I was accepted under. If I look online, then I can see that. But for every college that I applied to, I applied for either a major in criminal justice or for psychology. Both I'm planning on doing the same thing with in regards to a career. It was just a matter of whether the college had one or the other and which one the school was better known for. So for the University of South Florida, I believe I was accepted as a criminal justice major, and I received the USF Director's Award for $16,000, which would be divided between my 4 years. And USF, as far as I remember, USF admits students on a rolling basis, which means once you've applied and you've submitted all of your materials, they will review your application and give you a decision. The next school that I was accepted to was the University of Arizona, and this is just a sticker sheet that they included in your acceptance. So each one of these is just an individual sticker, and I was accepted as a fall 2019 criminal justice studies major in the College of Social and Behavioral Sciences, and I was offered the Arizona Recognition Award of $8,000, which is renewable up to 4 years, so a total of $32,000, which again, I am so grateful for each and every scholarship that I was offered, and I'm not trying to brag in any way. I just know that when I'm watching these videos, I think that it's interesting to see how much others were offered, so that's just something that I'm going to be including. Again, I'm not trying to brag, and I'm sorry if it comes across that way. So the third school that I was accepted into was Troy University in Alabama. I was not offered any scholarships with Troy, but I got my certificate of acceptance for them. So the fourth college I was accepted into was the University of Tennessee, which is super cute. This is how I found out that I was accepted. So I got this little card, and it says congratulations, and then you open it. So it says, you have been admitted to the University of Tennessee, Knoxville. So when I received my acceptance to the University of Tennessee, Knoxville, I also received the volunteer scholarship, which is a total amount of $30,000. And then I think a couple weeks later, I'm not exactly sure, I received another letter in the mail, and this one says that I was also offered, nope, that's the same one. I was also offered the UT Distinguished Scholars Award for $2,500 a year for 4 years, so a total of $10,000. So very blessed for that, and that was the 4th college I was accepted into, and I was accepted as a criminal justice major. So the 5th college I was accepted into is actually the last college I was accepted into that I received paper or mail for. And so I was accepted into Belmont University in Tennessee, and I was accepted as a criminal justice major with the General Academic Merit Scholarship in the amount of $9,000. Oh, and then it's renewable for 4 years. So, moving on, the 6th college I was accepted into was Florida State University, FSU. This is another one of my higher up choices, but I know they offered me a scholarship, but it wasn't a crazy one like some of the other ones, and I'm not sure of the exact amount. Okay, so I think that these are my last 2 acceptances, but my 7th college that I was accepted into was John Jay College of Criminal Justice in New York. They didn't offer me any scholarships. I did receive my financial aid, but no merit-based scholarships. But I was accepted. I don't know exactly what major I was accepted in as. I don't exactly remember, but it is a school that focuses in criminal justice, so each major is more specialized towards direct fields. So it's somewhere in criminal justice. I just don't exactly know like what the major was exactly. So that is a school. Yeah, and again, that's John Jay College of Criminal Justice in New York. So the last school I believe that I've been accepted into is UT, the University of Tampa. And the University of Tampa, I was offered quite a few scholarships. I was offered for my first year the UT Presidential Scholars, which is their highest merit-based scholarship, which for those of you, if you don't know, when you're receiving financial aid and when you're receiving scholarships, merit-based scholarships are scholarships for your academics and how well you have done academically. And then there's need-based scholarships, which are exactly as they sound. They're need-based scholarships. And if I seem like I'm talking a little bit faster, if you can't tell, I'm rushing against daylight. I filmed this at the worst time, and the lighting is kind of garbage right now. Okay, so along with the University of Tampa's Presidential Scholars Scholarship, I was also accepted or given the way colleges work, you have to put in a separate application if you want to be accepted into their honors college. But the way the University of Tampa does it is they consider all of their applicants and automatically grant acceptance to the honors program to their top students or who they think is fit for that program. So I was given automatic acceptance into the University of Tampa's honors program, which also came with the UT Raise scholarship, which is, I believe that was for the honors program, which was a $1,000 scholarship for my first year. Unless I am forgetting something, then that was my last acceptance so far. The way that my college applications worked is I did receive all of my acceptances first, and the schools that I didn't get into are the schools that I received the decisions from today, because today is March 28th, so IV decisions came out today. So the first school that I received the decision for today was NYU. I don't know. I had high hopes, but everything happens for a reason. So I checked my NYU decision, and I did not receive acceptance. I was rejected, which out of all of them, that's the only one that I kind of care about. But it's my fault because in the beginning of the year when I was applying to colleges, I was just kind of applying willy-nilly, not thinking that I would be attending any schools besides the one that I already had my heart set on. And then as the further I got in the year, once I had already submitted all of my applications, then I started to consider the idea that I can go to a lot of different places. So I wish I would have realized that sooner and put more work into my decision or into my application, but everything happens for a reason. So NYU was a rejection. Then I went back to school, and then a couple hours later I checked my Harvard application and I checked my Brown application, which my Brown application I don't think I completed. Actually, I don't think I completed my Harvard or my Brown application, but I received decisions. So I don't know if I got automatic rejection because I didn't I didn't finish my application and I didn't send in my letter of recommendations. But I feel like if it was an automatic rejection, then they wouldn't have given you a decision at all. They would have just said that your application was incomplete. So I'm not exactly sure how that worked. I did have an interview with a Harvard alumni earlier in the year. So if you guys want to hear about my experience with my Harvard alumni interview, then let me know and I can definitely create that video too. But I was rejected to both the Ivies that I applied to. So Harvard and Brown were both rejections. And then I checked my Columbia and my Duke University applications, which I didn't even know I applied to either of those two colleges, but I had the decision, so I guess I did. So I logged on and checked, and both of those were also rejections, which between those four colleges, Harvard, Brown, Duke, and Columbia, each one has an acceptance rate of under 10%. I could be wrong. I think one of them has like a 10% acceptance rate. So don't kill me if I'm wrong on that, but they all had very low acceptance rates, and I'm honestly, like, being 100% truthful, I'm not really hurt or upset that I didn't get into one of those four colleges. So, those are all of the schools that I was accepted into and also the ones that I was rejected from. We covered everywhere I was accepted to, and we also covered everywhere I was rejected from, but there's also the places that I applied to and didn't finish my applications. So, for example, University of Florida, University of Miami, University of Maryland, University of Pittsburgh, University of Oregon, Syracuse University, UPenn, University of Minnesota. I think I'm missing one. Oh, University of Alabama and University of South Alabama, I believe. Oh, no, University of West Florida. So the thumbnail was not clickbait. I did apply to over however many colleges. I don't know. It'll say in the thumbnail. But I just didn't finish my applications to all of them, which means I don't have a decision for those, like 10, I think. Because what happened is I put in the work to apply. I submitted my essay. I submitted my transcripts. But what I did not submit to a single college, so the colleges that required it did not get it, is I did not submit my teacher recommendations, which for me personally, there was just a long story. I switched to homeschooling to this year. For those of you who don't know, we were affected by Hurricane Michael. There's just a lot going on. We're trying to get teacher recommendations. If I was determined, I would have gotten those and I would have submitted them. I didn't, so I did apply to all of those schools. I did submit everything that I needed except for my teacher recommendations. So, I hope you guys all enjoyed my Where I Was Accepted 2019 college decisions. I am not going to say where am I going yet because I don't know. I'm going to definitely create a new video in the next probably 2 weeks, because it is the end of March and decisions are due May 1st. So you'll probably see a video up in about 2 weeks of me doing some sort of reveal of where I am committing to go to college. And then as well as that, there will definitely be a video uploading in the next week or less about my stats, what my GPA is, my SAT scores, my SAT essay, all of that stuff that you can imagine, and probably talking about my college application process and how it went for me. That'll all be one video released in the next couple of days, so if you guys want to stay tuned and see that, then make sure you subscribe down below. Thank you all so much for watching my video, and until next time, bye guys.